Once upon a time, in a dense forest, there lived a group of animals who were always busy with their daily activities, gathering food, playing, and exploring the paths of the forest. Among them lived a wise old owl named Hoot. Hoot was the wisest and most respected animal in the forest. He was famous for his knowledge and understanding of the world around him. One day, a group of young children wandered into the forest and saw Hoot perched high on a tree branch. The children were fascinated by the owl's large eyes, sharp beak, and majestic wingspan. They asked Hoot if he could tell them a story about the forest and its inhabitants. Hoot agreed and began to tell a story about a young fox named Red. Red was the youngest and most inexperienced in his group. One day, while exploring the forest, Red became lost, and he could not find his way back to his group. Alone and afraid, he wandered through the forest, crying out for help, but no one answered. As dusk approached, he began to feel hopeless and helpless. Suddenly, Red saw two yellow eyes shining in the dark. He knew that it was the wise old owl, Hoot. Without wasting any time, Red ran towards Hoot, imploring him to help him find his way back to his group. Hoot agreed to help, but there was a condition: Red had to listen attentively to the lessons about the forest and its inhabitants, and learn from them. Red agreed, and Hoot began his teachings. Hoot taught Red about the different types of trees in the forest, and how they provided homes and food for the animals. He taught him about the importance of plants and how they purified the air and provided oxygen. Hoot also taught Red about the insects and bugs in the forest and the role they played in the ecosystem. Red was fascinated by Hoot's teachings and listened carefully. He learned that every living creature in the forest had a purpose, and every action they took had either positive or negative consequences. He also realized that the forest was a delicate ecosystem that required balance and harmony to thrive. As the night wore on, Hoot and Red searched for Red's group, but they could not find them. Hoot then suggested that Red follow his senses and instincts. Red remembered the lessons he had learned and used the knowledge to find his group. When he finally found them, Red knew he had become wiser, more alert, more knowledgeable, and most importantly, braver. From that day on, Red was no longer afraid to explore the forest, and he was eager to share his newfound knowledge with his group. He had become a vital member of the group and was respected for his intelligence and bravery. The children listening to Hoot's story learned that it was crucial to listen, observe, and ask questions to learn about their environment and become better stewards of the earth. They understood the importance of every living creature on Earth and the harmony that exists between them. The story encouraged them to be curious, mindful, and appreciative of the world around them. As the night came to an end, the children thanked Hoot for his storytelling and teachings. They learned important lessons about self-reliance, the importance of knowledge, and the value of life in all forms. As they left the forest, they knew they would remember the wise and inspiring Hoot for a long time to come. And so, the forest remained a beautiful harmony where every living creature learned and developed a respect for each other, learning to appreciate, grow, and thrive together.